Hello everyone, today we're trying out, or I'm showing you a Grasshopper script of a loft that can create very interesting shape of a wall. So it can be looking in the end like this. In this case, it's like a hotel room, and it has this morphic shape to a wall, which can be used for various kinds of things to have like a multi-purpose use. So you guys can use Grasshopper and Grasshopper for Rhino and Rhino, and we not need any other plugins. So what we're basically gonna do is we're having a point that we're gonna set here, and we're gonna create. Well, maybe I can I will paint out for you first. So basically, we have a point. This point will be like made to a line. This one will be duplicated. The next thing is happening is that there will be certain lines between those lines. And then there will be a point selected on this certain line. So maybe like here, there, here. In this case, we use random. And this one will be then in the next step will be moved upwards to a certain degree. So the end result will be a line that will be shaped like this. And I got this wrong, whatever. And the loft will be put on top of those lines. So the first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna use a point here at this point at the beginning, and we're gonna create a line out of this point. So we're gonna use the SDL command, and we're gonna use a direction Y in our case, and a certain number. It doesn't really matter how much. And we're gonna move this whole line again as well, but into the Y direction. Also a certain amount that we're gonna control later as well. So now we have our two lines. Those lines will be now divided by each compartments. Can be also be divided by distance, doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is it needs to be like the same line, so lines needs to be connected. So we're gonna create a line between those 2 points. And now we have our lines that we're gonna also respectively change if necessary. And we're gonna evaluate the curve of that line. And we're gonna do this with a range that will basically take each of those different points. The way we're gonna do is just create a simple range. The domain will be between the length that we have given here now in the beginning. This one here. It's from 0 to 11. It does automatically put from 0 to 11. And the steps will be the amount, well, this will be a subtraction of 1 of the points that we have. And you could put those in here. And it seems I have made a mistake. We don't need to have I guess you can put those directly in here. We don't need to have the minus subtraction 2 for -1, and because the line is from 0 here and to 1 here, so it needs to the domain need to be 0 and 1, and this is automatically given in the range domain, so we don't need to change that at all. Next thing I'm gonna do is in this case we're gonna just randomize the list. What you can do as well is create a series of lists or a number of points that you have to use for your specific case, and we're going to randomize them a little bit from 0 to 1 to have a certain randomness factor to it as well. And we also need to I think I need to randomize this one here, or to have it function properly. Yep, exactly. So I need to randomize the list of the range, so it will have more or less random shape. We can just make it like a little bit random, so we don't see it too much, and maybe increase the amount of dividers. So we'll still be in this shape, but not clearly. Okay. So next thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna move the point we have here into the Z direction upwards. That can be as well a certain range, how it's gonna be moved upwards as well. So you have maybe like a more similar way. Maybe you're gonna have it like complete random as well. We're gonna use a completely random list here. So it's gonna be more unknown. And now we're gonna need to reconnect those points together. The way you're gonna do this is with a weave command. So it should be working really well. And the pattern will be basically this point in the middle, this point in the beginning, and the other one in the end. And we also need to, because we have the list here, we can either like graph them all. Yeah, I think that's actually the best way to do it. Now we have them in packs of, okay, interestingly, 2, because we need to change the pattern as well. So we pattern is 0, 1, 2, and we're gonna multi-line the data. So now we have nice packs of 3, and we're gonna use the pull line command here in this case, and now we have our connected dots to it. We're gonna remove everything else so we don't see it. So now we have our nice list here. And you're gonna make it a little bit more bigger here as well. And we're gonna use the loft command. And we also need to then flatten the end result. So now we have basically our thing. What else we should do is maybe we can use also loft settings, loft options. That might be useful because the type here between normal, loose, tight, straight, developable, and uniform might be quite important. So it will produce different results depending on what you want. Oh yeah, in case the loft will not be showed correctly, like you see here, you can use by display preview mesh settings high quality. You can see a better preview version, but it might take like longer to render, or it will be make a certain on your video card. So just so you know. So next thing I'm gonna do is like we're gonna bake that. Gonna move it a little bit. I wanna create some variations here pretty quickly. Maybe also wanna make here multiplication to make the x-size a little bit more. Random. Maybe more of those. Can also calculate afterwards, but why the heck not? I'm gonna make another one here. So nice. Yeah. And obviously if you want to render your stuff, then that's also possible. And just like as in general, just take a general peek and see how it could look like. So yeah, nice. So it would be very useful if you want to like create any kind of maybe topography, ceilings, walls, facades, also some kind of like I don't know, things that you want them to interact with. So maybe also some curtains would also be possible in this kind of way. Yeah, so hope this brings you forward, and hope this helped you a little bit, and enjoy. And yeah, also enjoy the new year 2019. See ya.